I have a Bible Japanese video, but it's not the Gospel of John. I just bring my iPad to church, read along using this app with the English and Japanese. We're going through Luke chapter 12 and some other verses, but verse 21 I thought would be like a good example to try to read through and break it down. I don't think I've mentioned this before, but if you're reading and you see the te form of a verb in what looks like a long sentence, that's probably a good place to try to break it down into different parts. So what looks like a long sentence is actually probably two sentences or thoughts that are put together. So the English says, "So he that layeth up treasure for himself and is not rich towards God." And so the Japanese, so when you see the day, you probably start off taking this part as one thought and then this next part as one thought, and always look for the topic marker or the subject marker. Here we see wa, and we're going to be reading from the back to the front, but let's look at this verse 21. Jibun no tame ni takara o tsunde. So jibun means oneself, or here it's him or himself. No tame ni means for. Takara is treasure. And tsunde is the te form of the verb tsumu, to accumulate or pile up, here translated as layeth up. And then the next section, kami, we've seen this before, the character for God. Nitaishite means towards or regarding. Here's towards. And then tomanai is a plain negative form of the verb tomu, to be rich. So not rich. Tomanai, not rich. Mono is he or person here. And wa, it can be translated as for. Then kore to onaji de aru. So this is the same. So I'm reading from the back. Kore to onaji de aru. So this is the same as far as what? He, mono. Then what's in front of that? He that is not rich, tomanai, what? Nitaishite, towards God. So kami nitaishite tomanai mono, person that is not rich towards God. In this the de form, the de te form is kind of connective, and probably read that as and here. And tsunde, he accumulates or piles up what? Takara, treasure. No tame ni, for himself or oneself. And so maybe I hope that's helpful to try to look at a sentence and break it down. And, these other patterns, like you see this tomanai mono. I think we've seen this a lot, but say if you said you saw something like, yonda hon, this is to read in book. So you'll see if you have the verb form right before a noun, like hone, you're going to read this as the book that I read, or some other pattern, something that you did, or the movie that I saw. So this tomanai mono, so the person that is not rich towards God. I think we've seen that in other verses, but just wanted to point that out and hope it's helpful.